What's going on, everybody? It's Rock from Flip the Thrift, and yes, the Birds are playing tonight to determine whether they go into the playoffs. Guys do like this type of content, which is reselling, not football, but we could talk about football if you want to. But anyway, they might choke, they might not. You never know with the Eagles. Anyway, they are my team from Philadelphia. Got to represent. So if you guys like this type of content, reselling, buying things at a lower price, selling them at a higher volume, value, whatever, to make a living, blah, blah, blah. Make sure you guys do smash that thumbs up button. Watch the video in its entirety if you want to. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell to get notified when I post another video. So we're going to get started. I went to the bins today. Not a great haul. I think I spent like $25, something like that. I think, is this the receipt from, I actually left my Eagles jacket in the thing, and the girl just told me just to put the whole thing on the, so I actually weighed my Eagles jacket. So for $23, not too bad. I wasn't really worried about it. I was like, don't worry about it, because I did have some hard objects also, some hard goods. And I was like, nah, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. So for $23, I think I'll do okay. I found this Bugs Bunny. I think this is, who is it made by? It is, I think it says it right here. It says Mighty Stars. So I looked that up. If you're not sure about something, check the tag. Sometimes toys, whatever, they'll have, like, it'll be on the bottom of the foot. It'll be on the inner thigh. It could be on the back right here if they don't have, like, a backpack, or if it's like an action figure or something. But most likely, usually there is a date or at least a manufacturer of who actually made it. I think his whisker's missing. Is that 2 whiskers or 1? I think he's missing a whisker. But anyway, this sells generally for around $17 to $22 free shipping. So it doesn't weigh anything. It'll definitely ship for free. It should probably cost about $4 or $5 to ship this, and I'll probably make about $10 in profit off of that. So not too bad. Not that bad. I'm going to turn this heater down. And I did get some hats. All right, I'm pretty sure that these are vintage. They're on a Yupung tag, Yupung hat. This one says, I drive a ramp side by Corvair. Corvair, I believe, is Chevrolet, because when I was looking for a Corvair, I was getting a lot of Corvette stuff, and I believe that this is a model made by Chevrolet. So there's one there, and then there was another one, which I'm probably just going to list it together if I can find it. There were some things that were even in my cart that I didn't really want. I drive a 63 Corvair. So this is going to be like specific for somebody that actually has this vehicle and has this year to buy this hat. So it's going to be a little bit harder to sell. But other than that, I think they're in pretty good condition for how old they are. I think they're probably old, probably from maybe like the 70s or 80s, something like that. So I don't know, maybe they're from the 60s. I don't know. I don't know how old that tag is. They're not made in USA. But what I was going to do is I was just going to list both of them together. So I'm going to lot them together, and the person can buy both of them because it's the same model. It's generally basically the same hat, a little bit different shade of blue on one. This one's like a lighter, almost like a purple blue, but yeah, why not? They're both rope. This is a rope hat. Whenever you see the rope in the front, that's called a rope hat. And we got the Boston. This is a Twins Enterprise. I do not believe that this is vintage. I guess that's Boston Red Sox, maybe something like that. But yeah, not too bad. I don't think that it's new. And then we have the Syracuse University School of Education. I didn't really notice that it said that, or I probably would have. Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to cut that string. There's a little string hanging. Have a little pair of scissors. Whenever I find scissors, I always put them away, and I'll keep them because you never know when you're going to need to use them. But I have small scissors that I can pull that off. I can even maybe get that with the fabric shaver. But I'm guessing that this is probably new. It looks new, so I don't know. Doesn't look worn on the inside. It may have been worn. I'll probably just put great condition, whatever. I'm not going to sell that new. This is new because it still has the tag. Generally because a lot of people leave their tags on their hats, like me. Has this one got the tag? Yeah, this one actually has the tag right there. But Orioles doesn't really do too great. I picked this up because it is new. I probably shouldn't have. Every time I pull a string, look at that. Every string I pull on just starts coming out. So this one is just Orioles. Probably one of the ones you get at the games. Just a general merchandise made in China. But this is brand new. Still has the tags all over it. So probably what I'll do, I'll just sell it new. It's not in perfect condition. It's a little rough. I'm going to have to get some of the lint off of that. But hats are easy to ship. They're easy to store. So it doesn't really matter how many of them I have. Sometimes some of these Bibles can be very valuable. A lot of times they'll give them away for free. I know that sounds kind of weird. I did say that before. But if you can find a Bible sitting on a windowsill somewhere and it's free, and it looks like it's a really valuable Bible, somebody's going to get it. I mean, eventually. You can benefit off of that. It's not a big deal. They are free, so it's not like you're taking it. It's not like you're stealing it and then reselling it. You're taking something that's free and reselling it, which is what thrift stores all do. They all get their inventory for free, which would be nice if we could do that, but, you know, then it wouldn't be any fun to hunt. So I'm not really sure what year this one is, but I'm going to do a little bit more research on this Bible and see if it is valuable. I don't think that this is leather. It might be leather. It seems too hard to be leather, but it might be. You never know. Sometimes they're leather bound and it makes them a little bit more valuable. All right, so this is for like a Cool Pix camera, like a Nikon. That's probably what I'll put in the title. This was brand new, so I was like, you know, I'll just grab it and probably be able to make a couple bucks off of this. It's really light. It'll ship first class. That should probably sell for like 20 bucks, something like that. I tried to scan it, nothing came up, so there's none of them online. None of them that had the UPC on file. So, whatever. I think I got a couple belts. I did give one belt away. It was really cool. It was like a chainmail belt. But there was these girls that were sitting right next to me that were shopping, that were next to me, and they were like, they kind of like had the punk look going, and I was like, hey, do you want this belt? You know, because they just looked like they would wear it. So I just gave it to them. Plus it had some rust going on with it. I was like, nah, I'll just pass on it. All right, so this is Henschel. Generally, the brown ones do very well. The ones that look like the Indiana Jones hat, a lot of times they'll have like the beads on them, and they'll just have like a feather or something just weird on it. This one is a Henschel hat. It is suede leather. Sometimes they do well, sometimes they don't. I just took a chance on it. These are harder to store because they're like, you can't bend them and they don't fold together with other hats. They're just harder to store. So if you have like 5 or 6 of these, they'll barely fit in a bin. Like, unless you could get each one on top of each other, then that's okay. But I wouldn't recommend piling these up to the ceiling because you'll run out of room to put them. They're too bulky. But what do we got here? Yeah, we have a made in China USA belt. So it just has the USA, and it has the eagle on it. When I saw the eagle, I thought it was Harley, and I was kind of excited, but it's not Harley. It is genuine leather. It does say genuine leather. Doesn't mean that it is. But I don't know. Somebody would probably like it. I thought it was cool. It does say USA. The problem is it's not made in USA, so it's going to be harder to sell to somebody who is a hardcore USA person. I don't know. Can't think of the right word. What is the word? Devoted to their country. Like we all are, aren't we? Well, maybe not everybody. All right, so somebody handed me this, and he's like, you sell sweaters? I was like, yeah, sometimes. So this is in pretty good condition. I'm guessing that it was maybe worn once, maybe not, probably not worn at all. I don't know, whatever. But it's got a cool design on it. It's got a big old crocodile, alligator, whatever that is. Is that a gator? It's probably a gator. It says Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and then it says Turner Industries, impulsewear.com. So the first thing I did when I looked at it, the first thing you want to do when you see sweaters that look like this, that have these prints on them, you want to look at the tag, and a lot of times you'll see the tag will say made in USA. This is not made in USA, it's made in Mexico. And a lot of times when you see that little writing right there, a lot of times there'll be a date there. So if you got like 90s, 80s, maybe even earlier than that, the older the better. So if you find something that's got like a 60s, 70s date on it, it's gonna be worth something. It's definitely gonna be worth something. All right, so these are called Cut Loose. These were brand new. They still have the tag on them. I don't know if they're linen or modal. Is that how you pronounce it? Modal. I don't know. I'm really butchering that. I have no idea how to pronounce it. I'm trying to find the material tag, which is, I couldn't see it being at the bottom. That doesn't really make any sense. But maybe it is at the bottom. That wouldn't really make any sense though, would it? It doesn't really say. Yeah, see, there's a tag. That's an extra button, which is, there's actually something in this pocket. Let's check it out. And you guys don't want to stare at the top of my head, but that is from another company or something. I'm glad I pulled that out of the pocket. So there is a spare button at the bottom. They have like these little silver buttons on them. I don't know. They're just kind of like beach wear, kind of like something you would wear to the beach, to walk on the beach in the sand. Some of them sell for a decent amount. I think that's what this is. I think it's modal. They're extra small. They're made in USA. It doesn't really say what the material is, and there is no material. There it is. Now find it somewhere. Sorry guys, I'm like taking forever on one item. It is made in USA. They're linen. All right, so that's good. They're 100% linen. So there is a tag I can take a picture of and show what the material is. They're cool cargos. They have like little cargo pockets on the sides. So I think I can get probably about $30 for them. So not too bad. So we'll definitely turn this into a couple $100 for $23. Found a Harley shirt. The pickings were really slim today. This is Harrisburg. Obviously, I'm always finding Harrisburg. This is like a blouse top. It's got like cute little elastic shoulder strap type of deal. This is called a cami, like a tank top. Women's are called camis. So yeah, found some Schlitz, guys. We found some Schlitz. I just thought this was a cool shirt. I think that it's like somebody's advertisement, somebody's store maybe. I don't know what this is, but it's got a cool big old Schlitz beer on it, filled to the brim. So I thought that was cool. See, maybe I can get a few bucks for it. I think I got this. Yeah, I got this for my granddaughter because she is an all-time beast. It's clean. It smells really good. It smells super clean. Here's another brand you guys want to look out for. It is called, these are club shorts. These are Vineyard Vines. And I noticed just the design, because they could have been anything and I probably would have picked them up anyway. But since they're Vineyard Vines, they'll be worth a little bit more. Sometimes you'll find the polo ones like these. They'll have the ponies all over them. But these are really cool. They have all the logos. They look like flags almost, like they're supposed to be flags. But not missing any buttons. Nope. Got both the buttons for the back pockets. A lot of times there'll be a spare button on the inside too. If you're missing a button on something, look on the inside. Look in the pockets. A lot of time for any type of item, a lot of times you'll get a spare button, like what you guys already saw it because I already showed you the tag. But there's a spare button right there. Now that can be for the button there or the button there. Now if you're missing more than one button and you only got one spare, then my friend, you have got an issue. So then you have to collect buttons like I do. I have hundreds of buttons. So I don't know if this is vintage. It's on a Delta. It's on a Pro Delta. What does it say? It smells good too. It smells good. It says, of course God created man before women. You always make a rough draft before the masterpiece. Sure. All right. All right. Like I said, I don't think that that's vintage. I think it's just a print. These are made by H&M, but they're just so cool looking that I had to pick them up. They are high waist mom jeans, and they're in just really good condition. They're a nice acid wash. acid wash or stone wash, I guess you could call it, one of the two. All right, and they have like little pleats at the bottom. They're not, I guess you could call that pleated. It's not really pleated. It's just kind of like an area that was sewn. At first, I thought that maybe they were zippers, but they're not. But still, we should do very well with these. These are H&M, which is like a mall brand, like maybe Macy's or something, or JCPenney or something like that. But I think we did pretty good for $23. I got a decent amount of stuff. Not too bad. All right, now this, I couldn't tell if there was a stain on it. Couldn't tell if the whole sweater was stained, but it's really cool. It's got like that's called asymmetrical. Whenever like the zipper or something goes sideways, it's called asymmetrical. It is actually one of the options in the item specifics. So if you see that, make sure you check that if your item is asymmetrical. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. All right, so this is called Kinross. This is 100% cashmere. As soon as I feel cashmere, I usually can tell. At first, he was like, man, it's got a stain on it. I'm like, no, I don't know. That's not a stain. That is the tag. Now, what did they want? They only wanted 5 for this. So, I don't know. Pull the tag off. Shouldn't use your teeth. Should probably use a pair of scissors. That would make more sense. So, well, there's a little bit of roughage right here. It's not a hole. It's not a hole, but there is a pull. It looks like there's a pull right there. But I am going to fix it, and I'll just disclose it. That looks like something stuck to it, too. Oh, there's a little hole right there. All right, we'll see. And it looks like there's something stuck in it right there. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'll just disclose those 2 little things that are wrong, and maybe somebody will buy it anyway. Probably because of the design, it's gonna sell. So, and it's a good size. It's a large. It's a large or an extra large. Ribbit. I just thought that this was cool. Addiction makes a lot of cool like novelty ties. Obviously, this is probably vintage. I think a lot of times it'll have a date on it, made in Korea, polyester. Sometimes you'll see a date on them, and sometimes you won't. But this one doesn't have a date, but I just thought it was really cool. It's in pretty good condition. Polyester, multi-frog print, I guess you could call that. But I thought it was cool. Easy list. All right, so this I thought was neat too. This is from made in Great Britain. It is 1981. So this is, I think this is a, what kind of, it's a robin. All right, so that's a red-breasted robin. So I guess there's 2 of them on there. I just thought it was pretty cool. It's just something that I guess you would hang up like in your kitchen or wherever. I don't know what it's worth. I just grabbed it. All right. Yeah. Dark colors like black are really hard to work with. They get a lot of lint on them, and this is no exception. All right, so this is Gap. This is a cotton cashmere. The reason why I picked it up, it's going to be, when I lay this flat, I'll hit it with the lint roller, but it's just a plain black V-neck cotton cashmere Gap sweater. It's probably a $60 sweater, $45. So, I could probably get about $25 for this. 20 or 25 because it's new. We'll see. Not too sure how well Gap holds its value. Probably not too bad. And here's another example of looks. The reason, as opposed to brand. Like this is Hollister. Hollister's a good brand. You can still sell it. Don't expect his sell for a lot. Maybe $15. These I might get a little bit more because these are like a custom made pair. They look like boot cut. They're definitely destroyed. I would call that destroyed. And then they're embellished all over. So I don't know if they're custom made, if somebody did that, or this is the way they came. Because those embellishments are really good. Not bad. I don't see any spots anywhere where one would have fell off. So, I don't know if these came like that or if they just bedazzled them by themselves. I just thought that they were cool and they should sell well. So, they'll probably sell pretty fast. We'll see. And this is called Cocagio, made in Italy. Alright, so, I don't remember what the material is. This is just like a cardigan. Women's cardigan. It's in really good shape. What is that? Fuzzy. Got it. Alright. Let's see. It's not missing any buttons. In pretty good condition. It's acrylic and wool. Alright, so it is a wool blend. It's a wool blend. I thought this was Angora. It wasn't. I thought I picked up an item that it was Angora. There was a nice rabbit hair jacket, but it was just too heavy, and I just didn't want to deal with it. Like, there's certain things I just didn't want to deal with, taking the photos, and I just didn't want to deal with all that, so I passed on it. I don't know, after being there for that as long as from 9 to 1, I was just exhausted, and I was ready to go, and they had just put out the second bin, and I just wanted to leave. I just didn't want to be there anymore. Alright, so these are Botany. Botany 500 is another really good brand. It's like Nordstrom, something like that. But these are brand new slacks. Should do okay with those. They're lightweight, so they're like summer slacks. What do we got here? Alright, so how do you pronounce his name? It is Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo. I can't. My son knows how to pronounce his name better than me. It's really hard. All right, so he plays for the Bucks. I don't know why it says Ocean City. Maybe it was made. Did he play for Ocean City? I don't know what the deal is with this. I don't know if this is supposed to be like his college shirt or what, but it is Nike. It's really small though. It's a medium. It looks like a. I'm guessing this is a youth. So this is a youth medium. So I don't know what it's worth, but my son wanted one of them, so I got him. So if he's watching this, he's gonna find out. But my kids don't watch my videos, so he's not gonna find out. So unfortunately, there is no support there. None of my family, none of them watch my videos. So each his own. You know, I still love them. What can I say? They have their own life. But I know Bebe it's not a bad brand. It's not a great brand either. But this is just a really cool moto jacket. It's like a moto jacket, I guess you could call it. Kinda, sorta. This is actually more of a, I thought this was more of a moto jacket. This is more of a blazer. This is just like a gold fox leather blazer. So I don't know what that's worth. It might have been a bad idea even picking that up, but whatever. Alright, so this is a better design that sells a little bit better for this brand. This is Wild Fable. These are like plaid, what could you call these? They're plaid. I think you could put moto in the title for these too. I think these are just like kind of like punk skater type of pants. I seen one pair sell for $17 plus shipping. Another pair sold for right around the same price, like right around the same thing. So, not too bad. We'll see. And I think this is Callaway. So this is Callaway Golf Apparel. It's a polyester blend. Just a pullover golf jacket. It is, what is it? Houndstooth. That is called a houndstooth pattern. That's what that is. And it's just your basic jacket. It's got zippers on the sides though. Like it has a zipper on this side and then it has another one on the other side. So that's a good thing. That's a bonus so that it's easier to take off. So, yeah. It's got the Callaway logo on the sleeve. So we'll see. Like I said, it wasn't really like a great haul today. It was okay. Pikachu. So I got Pikachu. He's not that old. And I got a couple more things. And then that's it. That's it. Alright, so I grabbed this. This actually came out of Jurassic Park, the first movie. I think this was supposed to go on the cover. I think this is supposed to be covering the... It's So I think this was glued on. So I'm probably just going to get rid of that. I don't know why I grabbed that. I don't know if that was I didn't know if it was an insert. I wasn't really sure what it was. All right, so that's Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. So, I don't know what year it is. I don't know if it has a year on it, but I don't know if it's worth anything. This little thing right here could be worth $30. I don't know. It could be worth more. And these are just like bendy figures. There's Donald Duck. He's kind of missing his hand. I don't know if Daisy bit it off. I don't know if he, stayed out too late or something. Whatever. And last but not least, this was probably the best find of the day. This is a Nintendo Power Crystal version Pokemon Player's Guide. This right here will double my money from the haul. I might get 40 for it. Probably less because the condition is poor. But someone will still want it. I don't know if I can sell it in this type of condition, but even if I get 25 for it, I'll be happy with that. I'll get my money back from the haul, and the rest will just be straight profit. Yeah, if you can find these, especially this copy, this Pokemon, this copy's about an $80 book. So if you can find it new, or someone that collects these type of things, these books do very, very well. But like I said, there's a pull-out page. Too bad there's not a card in here. I didn't even look for that. There's Battle Tower. Just pretty cool. It's just pretty neat. There's like a fold-out page. I think there was a card in there, and I just left it in the book. There it is. It's a Magic the Gathering. Or no, is it Yu-Gi-Oh? It is Yu-Gi-Oh. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. I don't know if that's worth anything. We'll look it up. You never know. It might have some value to it. But there is no cards or anything in it. It's just really cool. It's really cool to look at this old stuff. It's just the same thing that you'll see now with Pokemon, but really cool. So what do you think, guys? I'm hoping to get at least $30 for this. I'd be happy with that. I'll probably list it for 40 and just take an offer and just move it and call it a day. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Hit the notification bell to get notified when I post another video. And that's it. I'm out. Peace out.